Right then, gang, welcome back to an episode of Liverpool with me, DORTMUND GFM. It's exciting. We're doing rather well. So far, we've not lost a game. We've won every single match we've played. So hopefully we can continue that today as we go a really tough game. We've just been at the new camp. Hopefully you've seen that episode. I won't spoil the result, actually. If you've not seen that yet, go back and watch it. It's one of my favourite episodes I've ever recorded, it's fair to say. And since that, Joe Gomez has trained very well. A 9.7 in training, worth praising it. I like the fact it's so easy to do this year. And I want to take a moment to tell you that you've been very pleasing with your training performances. Hopefully he likes that. Yeah, he appreciates the fact I've noticed. It's now gone from a 9.7 to a 9.9. He's trained even better now I've noticed. So then today we're going to play Tottenham away at is it New White Hart Lane? Have they finished it? I actually don't know. No, they're at Wembley still. They're planned to move back the 17th of December. Okay, so off to Wembley. And then after that, a game against Charlton in the Capital One Cup, or the Carabao Cup. Sorry, I've got the sponsor wrong, heaven. Now, I'm a little concerned about the fitness of some of our players. We've got injuries galore. Let's look at the team then and focus on what we need to change as we go into this game against Tottenham. Joe Gomez now wants a better contract. You praise someone's trainer, I tell you. All right, Joe, you can have your 28 grand a week. It's fair enough. You know what, 60? I mean, I'll give you 60. 60 is very reasonable, Joe. 60. I'll repeat that. 60 is very reasonable. Joe, 60 is he's come round. Okay, then team-wise, a bit of three issues really. Fekir's fitness is not the greatest, so I think Shaqiri definitely comes in to replace him. Firmino's going to have to drop out for Sturridge, of course, had a pretty good time at the new camp, and Henderson is going to be replaced again by Milner, meaning that Wijnaldum comes onto the bench, as does Dominic Solanke, probably for Firmino. I guess we need the striking options. We may as well take Fekir out and stick Lovren on there as well, just because Fekir's so tired, he's not going to play for me anyway. Luckily, for a player like Lallana, he can cover a lot of the forward positions as well as the central midfield areas. And of course, we've got Solanke to play up front. We've got Wijnaldum in the centre. Everything's fine. Everything's set. I guess defensive midfield is maybe our only problem, but Wijnaldum's got that sorted. All right, then. I want to play the team exactly as we did in the last game. Hopefully, Shaqiri can play a similar role to Fekir, and Sturridge can learn to play the pressing forward role, much like Firmino does it very expertly. So into the games we go. A little bit nervous, a little bit stressed. I mean, this is probably the biggest test. After an away game at the new camp, you're always a bit worried. They're playing Harry Kane at left wing. I feel calm than I did a moment ago. Harrison's playing on the right-hand side. Shayon Harrison, if you're a Tottenham fan, you may well be aware of him. I will not pretend I necessarily am. Okay, what? Have they got loads of injuries, Tottenham? Harry Kane is playing on the left. Yes, they have. Moussa Dembele can't play. Toby Alderweireld can't play. Sissoko's not registered and out somewhere else. Lamella, Lucas Moura, Christian Eriksen, and Sonny they've got nightmare for Tottenham. Nightmare. I now know why Harry Kane is playing. I mean, if they get an attacking injury, they've got nobody to bring on. All right, I'm less worried about Spurs now. Okay, now I feel like we should definitely win. All right, Patrick said, been on a good run lately. Go out there and do the business. As I say, unbeaten. We could have an invincible season. Actually, I've just realised I'm doing similar to as Liverpool have done in real life. Of course, lost to Napoli in real life, but let's ignore that. Right then, Wembley Stadium for this one then. It's Tottenham versus Liverpool. We are, of course, in the red, shooting from left to right. They're in the white, and it's like a navy, isn't it? Colours with Ben, everyone. Welcome to an episode. All right, let's see how we get on as Robertson on this left-hand side has the ball in his possession. It's a wet day in London, it's fair to say, as Robertson's delivery is caught by Hugo Lloris, and he's one of their first-team players not injured. What's he doing? Sturridge is lurking. Lloris is taking an awful long time to think about this. That's the six seconds has surely gone there as he rolls it out eventually to the feet of Vertonghen. Although we're sticking with this highlight, which is interesting. Harry Kane goes inside. We've cut it out. And then now Mo Salah is running at their back line. Shot on goal. Lloris with a good save. First chance goes Liverpool's way. 20 minutes gone. Since that Salah shot, we've seen, well, nothing really. Spurs so far this season in 10th position. Those injuries clearly having an effect. We're on balance right now. We're going to play slightly more positively. Hopefully we can take the game to Spurs a little bit. It's Kieran Trippier on this right-hand side, and Spurs coming forward with it. Always dangerous. And with Kane at the back post, that is a bit of a worry. As Llorente, well, they've prodded home. Spurs take a lead, and they're 1-0 up. I mean, this makeshift Spurs side have got themselves the advantage. Llorente starting, of course, ahead of Harry Kane up front through the middle. And, they've scored, which I will say, viewers, is disappointing. You can see that the ball's put in by Trippier. Good ball in. We're not really marking it, and I don't really know what Alisson's done. You try and play positively, you get bitten. All right, there might be an argument to change up Daniel Sturridge's role because we're not seeing anything to suggest so far that it's working. And he's not even playing very well. Running's not really Daniel's game, is it? So, right, at half-time, team talks-wise, it's gone all right. I'm going to change up Sturridge's role. I'll make him an advance forward. It's something he certainly prefers. And with Shaqiri, I'm going to make him a winger. We'll see if that has a bit of an impact. It worked out pretty well last game with Firmino and with Fekir, but it's not quite been the case in this one. More natural width with Shaqiri now. We'll see how he gets on. I can see there Dominic Solanke warming up, ready. This is going to sound awful, but I want to get stuck in a bit more. If I can hurt them a little bit, then that might be enough. This is awful. What am I doing? It's like it's planned though. It's a theory. It's a corner. James Milner will get it in for Van Dijk. We know this as Eric Dyer heads away this time. Fabinho. This is a weird camera angle, Football Manager. You're really sticking with this as Salah goes close. I quite like it as a camera angle. It was just unexpected. At some point, we're going to have to make a change, aren't we? I think because Sturridge is playing not very well, Dominic Solanke's coming on. I was going to play Solanke against Charlton, but he's coming on early. Not only that, I'm going to put Keita out on that side. Shaqiri's not really done it for me. Keita's going to play as an advanced playmaker, and Lallana's going to come into the centre. Keita can sort of play out on that left-hand side, so we'll see how he does. He's played there for Liverpool a few times too. Corner for Liverpool. Salah, ball in. Van Dijk's there, and it's just past the post. 20 minutes to go. We've got to find something. It's interesting. We will stay top of the table as an injury to Lallana. Well, Wijnaldum comes on in his place straight away, but that's not good. A man who's had a lot of injuries. Hopefully that's not a bad one. Corner for Spurs now with the director cam, and they go close with Dele Alli. All right, we're going from positive to attacking. Final 15. Defensively, Spurs looking really good. Can we make the breakthrough? What you've got to say, viewers, it doesn't look likely at this stage, does it? Maybe it's the headphones. I'm starting to think it might be the headphones. I don't know. I saw Spurs' lineup, and I thought we had every chance. There's 4 minutes to go. I'm not going to give up here. Let's push our lineup even higher, and let's put our line of engagement up much higher too. We're already doing everything I want us to do in that area. Let's look if we can focus down the wings for the final 3 minutes or so. I mean, will that change a thing, viewers? I think it's probably unlikely, as now Trent's got himself a twisted knee. It looks then as if that's going to be that, as we're now into the 96th minute of this game. It looks like Tottenham are going to do us at Wembley Stadium, which is fair enough. I mean, it's not an easy place to go, but when you looked at their lineup, when you looked at the players missing, you had to fancy us. Maybe with Mane not being available, for Fekir and Firmino, we're not as deadly in attack. Pretty even game, but a defeat, and now we've got to bounce back in the League Cup. Lallana's out for a few weeks with a pulled calf muscle, which isn't that bad. And Trent's out for 5 days with an injury as well. Not ideal, viewers. 4 days to go, and we've now had to pay Southampton for Van Dijk, which is probably fair enough. All right, join me for the Charlton game in which we delve into a little bit of squad rotation. All right, let's select this under 23s and let's bring a couple of boys in. So I'm going to rest Fabinho for this one and play Trivea, which I think is how you say it. He's struggling a little bit for fitness, but I kind of want to give him the game time. And then Camacho for Salah. All right, I'm going to put some of these big boys on the bench as well, so if we do have any injuries, we can bring on the big guns if needs be. Actually, I'm going to play Solanke up top. I'm going to decide upon that now, actually. Yeah, we are going to go with him up front as the pressing forward. So it's a slightly different look to the team now then. Mignolet's in goal, Klein, Lovren, Matip, Moreno, Shrivella. I think he said Shrivella. I think that's close. Wijnaldum, Keita in the centre, Fekir in that Trequartista role that I quite like him in, and as I say, Solanke and Camacho up front then, playing a very similar style and system, but with a winger and a Trequartista rather than inside forward this time. I think we'll probably get Fabinho on in the second half, but I just want to see how he does. Pedro in the centre, he could be really important as we go forward. He's got a lot of potential. Take a look at him there, he's not too bad. Alright, let's go passionate. We're favourites for a reason, which I don't know, actually, with this rotated lineup. Nah, back four is still pretty good, to be fair. Right, I'm actually going to watch this game in 2D even, because I just want you to see the ball swerve and bend a bit. Let's mix things up a bit, viewers. Truvella. That sounds close enough. I mean, the first chance is going Charlton's way. Mignolet saves. Thank heavens. Oh, goodness. Thank anyone. Marshall to put the ball in. If we concede first, I'm putting the headphones on. I'm not even going to plug them in. I'm just going to put them on. Keita picks the ball up in the middle as he starts to drive forward a little bit. Runs into trouble, but we get a little bit lucky with the break as Moreno in loads of space on that side. If he can put the ball into the centre, there's 3 or 4 there waiting for it. The cross finally comes in. Camacho at the back post and scores. That's nice. Rafael Camacho with his first appearance in the senior team, I think, for Liverpool on his debut as well. Gets the goal. And Alberto Moreno with a lovely cross to the back post. Easily finished. You can see as we look glorious in the red at Anfield today. He gets that back post, number 54. Keep your eyes on him. Great cross in, it must be said. And yeah, he couldn't really miss, could he? I mean, he could have done. I've seen it many times. This has been pretty highlight list, viewers. I'm not going to lie. Quite a dominant first half from Liverpool. 62% possession, 9 shots to Charlton's 1. They're struggling, to be honest. Moreno having a standout game, which is almost a bit surprising as well. We're going to bring Fabinho on in that defensive playmaking role, though. Passionately say things are going well, which they are, but a little bit of experience in the middle. More to do with Trivella's fitness rather than anything else. All right, hopefully Fabinho can dictate things a little more. A highlight, we'll talk about it. Fekir, left side, if he can get it into the centre, he's closed down, but he does well to recover the ball. Keita now with a little bit of space. We've actually got too much space for anything. Wijnaldum with a chance. The shot goes in. A little fortunate with the deflection, but we'll take it. It says Fekir's created that, and we're giving ourselves far too much credit for a deflected goal, viewers. It was quite neatly worked, though. I mean, Fekir loses it there, but he does brilliantly to get it back. Keita's got acres of space, it feels like, on the edge. It finally finds its way. It breaks to Wijnaldum, fortunately, and then deflects in. Charlotte can feel a little bit aggrieved by that. It is getting it worse in a minute when I bring on Salah as well. You know, just so you all feel familiar in your surroundings, allow me. Does that feel better now? Does everyone feel more at home with themselves? I hope so. I hope everyone feels a little happier. I mean, they're not plugged in, but familiarity is important. All right, 15 to go, Salah time. Actually, Keita's struggling a bit, so we're going to get Keita off. And I'm going to put Mo up front with Solanke. Mo Salah actually has like the perfect striking attributes this year. Great finishing, dribbling and first touch. Composure's really good as this is off the ball. And he's lightning quick. So in theory, he should be a fantastic left-sided striker. In theory. Some more possession for us. Any highlights that we're having in this game are worth talking about because there's not been very many of them. So Fekir drives forward, gives it to Wijnaldum. We've seen this partnership before. It's hit the post and Charlton get it away. Scramble it away. It's a free kick now. Salah's on it as well. Goes into the centre. Lovren with a chance, but over the bar. It's quite nice to see our backup players actually like have a decent performance. Everyone's played pretty well. Moreno especially really good defensively, really strong. Of course, we were very good against Barcelona. Faltered a little bit against Spurs as the ball's played in. Matip. I mean, he's playing the Van Dijk role and he's got himself a goal. I love it. I mean, that back post corner, stick it on, viewers. It's going very well for me. Fekir's delivery and a great header from Joel Matip. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Anything else feel like we could do with a bit of VAR just to spice things up a bit? I don't think it's even in this competition. Actually, it's at a Premier League ground, so maybe it is. But that, viewers, should wrap things up. The final whistle, lovely stuff. 3-0 win, convincing 3-0 win in that one. Matip, Wijnaldum and Camacho getting the goals. Really nice when you bring in some of the backup players and they get on the score sheet as well. None of these guys start in my original 11, so that's really pleasing to see. Team Talk's gone down a bloody treat as well. Let's figure out then, when should we meet next? That's the question. I think it should be late for maybe one of these Champions League games. Maybe around the Wolves-Hoffenheim situation. There's quite a lot for me to play in between that, actually. Some big games. Everton and Arsenal, maybe. That should be an episode. I don't know. Maybe, just maybe. And then maybe Barcelona, Manchester City after that to see where we finish in the group. So far, the Champions League looking good after that 3-0 win over Barca earlier on. If you enjoyed today's video, though, please, of course, do drop a like. Want to see some more, subscribe to the channel and for more of the Liverpool and Dortmund and full Manchester 2019 content. Hopefully, I'll see you soon for more. We love with care from next time. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. Take these off now. He wears 2 sets of headphones. This is mental.